Welcome to devotion. You can't handle the truth is the topic of this one, and retainer still in. Anyways, I did not fully unpack what someone told me yesterday. And I had it in a poem, but then I took it out. So we were talking, and the gentleman mentioned his brother that's retired on the force. But he talked about his life when he was a young man, and yes, made many mistakes. That, gratefully he has changed. He doesn't live like that anymore. But when he was, I don't know how old he was, but when he was in jail because of his mistakes years ago, before the brother retired, he visited him in jail. Once he told me, and he said, when are you going to get your life together? Okay. He began to tell me they live in the same city, but he hasn't seen his brother in over, I took that line out of the poem. No, I think I left it in 20, but I think it's been more like 26. It's been longer than that. Wow. And just watching him talk about it was heart-wrenching. It really was, because he expressed how he really, what was it? Like he wanted reconciliation, but I don't know. He was afraid of reaching out, a rejection of how he would view him, how he would see him. And although he's changed, he's not in that anymore. I believe he told me what changed him or made him decide to give up the lifestyle he was in was what was it? I think he mentioned his mother. Because he had already lost some people. I'm not sure if it was other siblings or who exactly they were. And he didn't want his mother to get that phone call. He didn't want to do that to her. So, he loved his mom. He really, really did. He even told me the story about when he was in the 9th grade. And he went, I believe they were in a pond swimming, but he hit a trunk on his side. And so he, I guess he went under. He tried 3 times, and he couldn't do it. And so he said he gave up. But then he tried one more time because he thought about his mom and how she was going to take it, as he said. And so he came up again, and that 4th time, there was someone that came into the water. He told me this name, but I don't remember all the man's name. He said it was like 6'6", and he grabbed him and brought him up. And so he's here today because he tried again. he gave it another try. Oh wow. Okay, so I was talking to someone about, I don't know if it was really giving up, maybe. Okay, don't let me sugarcoat it, Lord. Ooh, transparency. What I said was, I was being honest. Like, I told the truth, like, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Whatever the situation is, like, I'm out. And the words I used, the person was like, I guess, it was really negative. And it was. But I was being real. Like, I don't know, had she asked me maybe a couple of weeks ago, I might have sounded different. But now that I'm further in, I've given it like the 3 tries. Like, I'm just being real. Like, I'm not going to lie and just make up something, So, but the response I got was like, almost like the guy was telling me his brother gave him, like, when are you going to get yourself together? I'm like, And so it kind of reminds, well, I won't do that. Okay, let me stay on it. I was trying to, okay. I don't know. I kind of think that maybe some don't or others don't express themselves how they really feel because it's going to be dismissed. Like, it's too negative, it's too toxic, like you're a bother, you're a pain by saying how you really feel. Like, no, if someone can't tell me how they really feel, how can I help them? If they can't be honest as to where they really are, I don't want you to sugarcoat, like, oh my God, life is just rainbows and sunsets. Like, no, if you feel like doo-doo, then that's how you feel, right? You don't want to walk into a church acting like you have it all together if you're hurting. How can people really reach out to you? It's not just fellowship, which is great. It's not just praise and worship, but no, it should be a healing place. I say a physical church, but anywhere there's a ministry or anywhere there's, a relationship or a friendship or whatnot, or a space, you should be able to express. And then for me, I guess, I shouldn't be fragile as to where, I won't do that, okay? I shouldn't be condemning the other party. I should not make them feel like, no, you can't talk that way. Like, no, that's how they really feel. Why would it take away from me if someone tells me their truth? Unless I'm just not in a solid place myself, then maybe so, I can't hear it. If I'm not strong enough to listen, then maybe that's not my area, my ministry in that moment. But if I'm going to be in a position where I can listen, then I have to be able to hear what's being said to me and not block everything out. How did that relate to the guy and his brother? Oh, yeah, I guess I was confused because I'm like, I didn't say it to the man, but I'm like, well, he's on the force. And you're his brother. I'm wondering why would he want you out of his life like that, not be bothered with you, not want anything to do with you. Other than, yes, he doesn't agree with your lifestyle. Yes, I'm sure it may wear on your mom, but that's your brother, if you can't go to him with what's ailing you, then what, And someone that has taken an oath in that position, I don't know, what is it, to protect and serve? I'm not sure. I think would have a calling, I would hope, to be in that position, to see deeper into humanity if you're in a position of authority, to see, to reach, I guess, the unreachable. It's not just, what is it, enforcement, but it should be healing. So the same with the lady that I was talking to or communicating with. If you're just sending out information or quotes, which are beautiful, scriptures and whatnot, but you can't see the other side. You can't hear. You can't be open. Because wasn't the example of Jesus, he was like the woman that had the 5 husbands. Am I crossing story? I don't know. Yeah, who else? Was it the man of the well? I don't know if that was okay. But nevertheless, the stories, the people that he met on his journey were, I guess, outcasts or outsiders, or maybe filthy to others. Those are the ones he wanted to help. Those are the people that needed, him as well, that needed love, that needed forgiveness, that needed redemption.